Hi, I'm Cheryl and I'm an independent demonstrator for Stamping Up. The card I wanted to share with you today was inspired by a card that I saw made by Tammy White. Hers was a Thanksgiving themed card, and I decided that the same easel idea would make a great Christmas card. So I resized it a bit and made it Christmassy, and let's get started making the card. Let me get my cheaters on and we'll get busy. The things you're going to need today are, you'll need some Pacific Point ink. We'll be using the Star of Light bundle. Now get the bundle if you're going to get these, because it'll save you some money. Don't buy them separately. I was able to get the package of rhinestones I'll be using today with the money that I saved. So from the bundle, we'll be using this die set, this die, and only this one die, and several of the stamps. We'll be using the large star, which is this one. We'll be using a small cluster of stars, which are these right here. The little bit bigger star, which is this one. We'll be using this sentiment for the front, the light of heaven, and then we'll be using this sentiment for the inside of the card. We'll need some Snail Adhesive, and if you want your card to be a tea light card, you'll want to pop on over to your local craft store and get yourself a tea light. Don't use the ones you have to light with a match. Get yourself an electric one. And of course my rhinestones that I was able to buy with what I saved on my bundle. So we'll need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and that's cut at 4 1/4 by 11 inches long. Need 2 pieces of Pacific Point cardstock. One is cut at 4 by 2 3/4. The other is cut at 4 by 3 3/4. Also need 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock. This one is cut at 3 1/2 by 2 1/4. This one is cut at 3 1/2 by 3 1/4. You also need a small piece of vellum. It'll have to be about 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And yes, I have a little dot in the corner. That way when I lay my vellum down, I'll be able to find it again. Nothing worse than laying things like this down and then have them disappear on you. We're going to start with the vellum because we need to stamp that. So we're going to get out. Where did that go? There we go. We're going to stamp that with the large star stamp using our Pacific Point ink. Now it doesn't fit quite right on my stamping block, but that's okay. It's not going to fit on my vellum either. Let's ink that up and stamp it kind of in the middle. Peel that off, and we're going to just set that aside and let that dry while we work on the rest of the card. Let me grab a baby wipe I see I have ink on my mat already. And for some reason, I don't know what it is with this color. I just love this Pacific Point. But every time I use it, I end up with ink from my fingertips to my elbows. Okay. So next we're going to, let me close this up. Oh, I know I'll get it in my elbow. Okay. The next thing we'll do is we'll score our piece of Whisper White cardstock. Get out the scoring board here. And put it in. On one side you're going to score it at 4 inches. Then just turn it around and score it at 3 inches. This will be our card base. Get this out of here. Let's fold this now. Okay, I don't have my bone folder handy, so that's why God gave me a thumbnail, I guess. Look, I've already got that ink. Look at all on my nail here. Okay, we'll set this aside for the moment. And we'll bring in this piece here. And we're going to be die cutting. So let me bring my cuttle bug in. I'm using my A plate, my B plate, and my C plate on my cuttle bug. We're going to put just a little dab of Snail Adhesive. Let me get that off there. Just a little dab of Snail Adhesive on the back of this paper. We're going to dab it off so it's not so sticky. And you want to center it just like you're going to have it on your cardstock. About a 1/4 inch of the Pacific Point will show all around the edges. And we need to get our die cut, or our die, and put that right in the middle. You could get crazy with this and get a T-square and whatever to get exactly in the middle, but I just eyeball it. Oops. Line it up. Carefully put your top plate in place and run it through. Here it is. I expect it will cut through the top layer, but not the second layer. So let's peel this off and see how that did. Yep, there we go. We got it right there. Now put this, you're going to put this aside. Keep this little piece. You'll be able to use this somewhere else. I'm going to peel this off very carefully. There. So that's one layer done. We'll be going through both of these. And I think I did this wrong, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Oh. Wait a minute, I need to do this. I need to put a little bit of snail on there. If I can figure out how to hold this. There we go. I'll dab that off. And bring my card front back in. Now we're going to put it, when the card is in its easel position, it's going to be like this. So this will be the front of our card. So we'll put that on here. We'll center this just like we did before. And yes, I cut it wrong. I did it wrong. That's okay. It's a happy accident. This will be just a little different than my other card. Oh, I almost put this upside down. Let's turn it around and get that centered. And put the die cut. There's going to be little grooves in this cardstock, so it just fits right in there. Put the C plate on top. Run it through. And our Pacific Point piece of paper should be cut through. And it appears that it is. There we go. Peel that out of here. Take this off. That's 2 layers done. And for the last one, I think I need some paper underneath. Let me get some scrap paper here. I'll put that under. Get that in position there. C plate on top. And through the die cut machine it goes. Let's see if that cut through. I'm never real sure how these things are going to work going through the Cuttlebug. Sometimes I have to run it through a couple times, but yep, we got it. There. So I have my window in my cardstock too now. Or my card base, I should say. Let's get rid of the Cuttlebug. Get the plates out of here. We don't need those anymore. Put the die aside. And we can start with our stamping. Okay, so there's my piece of Shimmery White. And let's see, where did my stamps get to? There we go. There's one. There's the one I wanted. This is the sentiment. And it says, "The light of heaven." And I kind of line that up on my, I like to line it up on my block. It seems to work best for me. Get our ink out. See if I can get some more of that. Look at me already. Look at this. This ink just hates me, I think. Get that inked up. And I'm going to put it in the upper corner here, I think, this time. Straight down, hold it in place for a few seconds, and straight up. Well, that looks pretty good. I'll tell you, I impress myself sometimes. Peel that off. Get my baby white. Clean that block up. Now we'll stamp our stars. I have the cluster of 3 stars on one side of my block, and I have the little bit bigger one on this side. So let's see, how did I do this on my other card? Let's put one of the big ones. Put one of the bigger ones right there. Put one down here. Then we'll use some of the little ones. Let's see, I think about like that. There. And I think I want some, I think I'm going to want some up here by my sentiment. There. Alright, so the stamping on the outside is done. Put them aside. And we'll pull in our smaller piece of Whisper White. And let's see, we'll put this larger star in the middle towards the top. I should turn it around like that so it's your top, not my top. Get the little cluster. Let's put one over here, just like that. There. And we'll do a little cluster on this other side too. How do I want that? Let's see. Let's do it like this. We'll make it look a little different. There. And we'll pull in our large sentiment for the inside. Ink that up. And we want it kind of towards the bottom. That flourish just a little bit above the bottom of the paper. There. Nice. That came out good. So that's it. The stamping's done. Now we can start putting the card together. Let's bring in this piece of vellum that we stamped earlier, because we're going to attach it to this portion of the front of the card. You turn this over. Put some, no, we're going to put it on the vellum. Put some vellum on your, put some snail. One of these days I'm going to be able to use this thing correctly. There we go. Put this in the corners here where we won't be seeing it. You know, line this up with our cutout. I find it easiest to do it this way. And there we go. That's in place. How pretty that is. Now we take our piece of Pacific Point. Put some snail on here. We got string there. And we want to line up our openings. So I have to turn this around. And you know what? This is easier to do if you hold it up a little bit. And the light comes through then. And there we go. So now 2 layers are done. We just need to attach it to the card base. Some more snail. See, I'm getting better at using the snail. And we're going to line that up. Oop, that's not good. Good thing I didn't press that down real hard. There we go. I got it that time. And there we are. Let's go into the inside of the card and bring in your smaller piece of the Pacific Point and the inside of the card that we've stamped. Snail it. Line it up. Snail it again. Line it up on the inside. And everything's done now except the embellishing. Ooh, let me get this stamp pad out of here. And we'll bring in our rhinestones. Let's see. I think I'll start on the inside. Ooh, I just got a pokey tool. I just got my pokey tool. I haven't used it yet. Let's use this to put on the rhinestones. I see this in the videos all the time and they make it look so easy. We'll see. Alright. Ah, look at that. Well, that worked great. Oh, I'm liking this. I think I love my pokey tool. Oh yeah. I wish I had gotten one of these a long time ago. Wow. This just makes it so easy. Let's see, I think one there. Then on the bottom here, I'm going to use bigger ones because that's what's going to hold our card in the easel position. Let me get a bigger one. We'll put that right here on the side of this little embellishment at the bottom. There's this little flourish at the bottom. Get another one. We'll put it there. Okay, then we'll go to the front of the card. We have to sparkle that up too. Oh, I should turn it around so you can see what I'm doing. There. There's one there. Yeah, put one here. We need our sparkle. All our little diamonds. One here. When you're talking Christmas, you can't have enough sparkle. Okay, we need a couple up here around the star. There's one there. I think I need one here with this little group. Okay. And that's it. The card's done. Let me set this up. And we'll get our tea light. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. This would be nice as a place card too, like on your Christmas table. Instead of doing the sentiment in the bottom here, you can move your rhinestones up a little bit higher here and then write the person's name right across the bottom. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. And if there is any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down below. If you like the video, press like. If you'd like to see more of my videos, make sure you press the subscribe button. there's anything you'd like to purchase, you can do that through either my Facebook page or my website. So take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.